Bodia. On our first story, the brigade commander, 35 Artillery Brigade, Nigerian Army, Abeokuta Basila Doke, has disclosed that the Nigerian Army would soon launch a military campaign tagged Operation Crocodile Smiles in Ogun State. The brigade commander made this known at the Ogun State Government House, Abeokuta, in his remarks as part of activities to commemorate Nigeria's 57th Independence Day anniversary. The brigade commander urged residents not to entertain any fear when the operation commences, stressing that some miscreants have been identified and need to be flushed out. On his part, Ogun State Governor Senator Ibikunle Amosun pledged his administration would continue to support the cause to ensure a crime-free state.
Let me seize this opportunity to announce to the good people of Ogun State that the crocodile will also smile in Ogun State. There is nothing to fear. There is nothing to fear. We have very relative peace in Ogun State, and we don't have too much security concerns. But nonetheless, we still have some miscreants that we, the security personnel, have to take care of. So please, when you see the crocodile smiling, have no fear.
Let me assure you that as an organization, we will continue to collaborate with the support. Because we know nothing can happen in an atmosphere of insecurity. We can only have development where there is security. No sane investor will come and invest in a place where he knows he cannot even guarantee safety, not to talk about investment.
In the meantime, the Nigerian Army is training for the year 2017 troops of 6th Division Nigerian Army Podakat, including its affiliated formations and units located within its entire area of responsibility, which covers the core Niger Delta state of Akwa Ibom, Bayelsa, Delta and River states, will be participating in this year's exercise Crocodile Smile 2, which is set to start on 7 to 28 October 2017 within the entire Niger Delta region. This was disclosed in a press release by the Deputy Director, Army Public Relations, Colonel Aminu Ilyasu. He said the 6th Division Nigerian Army Podakat appealed to the general public not to fear as they will witness increased movement of troops and equipment during the period. He stated that the exercise is intended to perform troops and admin, operational logistics, as well as civil-military cooperation aspects in the military operations such as the provision of free medical care to host communities, distribution of educational materials to schools as part of corporate social responsibility, amongst others. Ilyasu, however, disclosed that the exercise will also aim at effective application of the Nigerian Army Code of Conduct as well as strict adherence to rules of engagement. And now moving on, political analysts have reacted to President Muhammadu Buhari's Independence Day speech, expressing displeasure with his comments on the call for restructuring. Our correspondent, Onyechi Ogun, has more on this report.
President Muhammadu Buhari on Saturday addressed the nation to mark its 57th independence anniversary. The president, in his speech, touched a number of issues currently plaguing the country, including agitations and the fight against corruption.
I took part from the beginning to the end in a tragic civil war causing about 2 million lives, resulting in fearful destruction and untold suffering. Those who are agitating for a rerun were not born by 1967 and have no idea of the horrendous consequences of the civil conflict which we went through.
These and many more have triggered reactions from different political analysts. Speaking with Galaxy News, they faulted the speech for not being good enough as the president blamed all but himself on the state of things in the country.
Yes, it's okay. He's just he's trying to be assertive, but sometimes if you want to get assertive, don't insult the sensibilities of the people. Try and put their emotions into consideration too.
The president needs to realize that at this critical stage in our national development, he would either become a hero by acceding to the desires of the people, or just not leave his mark on the sands of time.
People who are agitating for a discussion on our federating unit or our coexistence as irresponsible is, I think, a high-handed statement. And the president, maybe, I don't know, he has surrounded himself with a quasi-military or at the time military people. I think those who are drafting his speech should taper with some of the statements.
On the issue of some groups taking advantage for the call for restructuring as a means to integrate Nigeria, they were of the opinion that it must come with purpose, fairness, and be equitable to all sectors of the country.
The fact that we are one Nigeria and we are brothers keepers. We need to allow time to play so that they will be fully prepared for the shocks of restructuring. For a still example, it's not going to be easy for you to take the national allocation of them. How do they pay salaries? It will put a whole lot of pressure on those states that are not viable at the moment. I am a fan of restructuring, but trust me, I will prefer a state-based federalism, not a regional federalism.
Out of the numerous noise, numerous sentiments, and numerous emotions concerning, we need have to sieve out the most important to us and start implementing it phase by phase.
So restructuring means a lot to a lot of people, but we should look at the benefits of it. We should look at what we stand to gain.
However, to mark the celebrations, Nigerians were charged with optimism in nation building and recognize that peace is the essential precondition for national progress. Ogun, Galaxy News, Lagos.
The Executive Director of Citizens Advocacy for Social and Economic Rights says the content of Nigeria's Independence Day speech by President Muhammadu Buhari was one which he used to affirm that the country was still intact. Frank Tietie, in a chat with Galaxy's Godfrey Shemoge, said the Nigerian president used the speech to attempt to douse the tension that stemmed from agitations among other burning national issues in the country.
I think what the president wanted to drive home to Nigerians, and which he did in his speech, is to say that there is a government that is in control and that there is an order for those who have discontented and who have any form of agitations to channel their grievances through the institutions of government.
ATA, however, scored the Buhari-led government low in terms of meeting the expectation of Nigerians in a number of key areas, including combating corruption.
Nigerians are disappointed. They wished it was different. They wished that there was a significant shift from the PDP-led government of 1999 to 2015, but they haven't seen that change.
Ekiti PDP challenges federal government on good governance. This and many more stories when Galaxy